This is not just the end of two cars. This is Tesla ending an entire era, and what comes next could completely change how we value this company. Hi, this is Ken. Today, I want to walk you through something much bigger than headlines. Tesla is officially ending Model S and Model X with a ceremony, not a quiet phase out. At the same time, we're seeing aggressive demand strategies in Japan, a major FSD breakthrough approaching, and continued investment into Optimus. If you're a Tesla investor, this is one of those moments where you need to zoom out, because what's happening right now is not random, it's strategic. Let's start with the symbolic move. Model S and Model X are coming to an end, and Tesla is not hiding it. They're celebrating it. Now think about that. Traditional automakers don't do ceremonies when they discontinue products. They quietly remove them and move on. But Tesla is different. Model S, since 2012, completely changed the perception of electric vehicles. It proved EVs could be fast, desirable, and even superior to gasoline cars. Model X pushed the brand even further, becoming a unique halo product. These weren't just vehicles, they were Tesla's identity in its early years. So, why end them like this? Because Tesla is signaling something very clearly. Chapter 1 is over. The mission of proving EVs can win has already been accomplished. Now Tesla is entering its next phase, and that next phase is not really about cars. It's about AI, autonomy, and software-driven revenue. This is the key shift many investors still underestimate. Tesla is transitioning from a hardware company to an AI platform, and that changes everything about how this business should be valued. Now let's move to what's happening in Japan. Tesla recently launched a campaign offering free supercharging for 3 years. At first glance, it looks like a simple promotion, but I don't think that's what this is. This is demand engineering, because the biggest barrier to EV adoption has always been running cost uncertainty. Now imagine removing that completely. If someone was spending around $80 a month on gasoline, that's close to $3,000 over 3 years. That's not a small number. And when you combine that with government incentives, suddenly Tesla becomes economically very attractive. But here's the more important question. Why Japan? Japan is one of the most conservative EV markets in the world. If Tesla can successfully expand here, it proves that its strategy works even in difficult environments. And if it works in Japan, it can work anywhere. That's why I see this as a test market for global expansion strategies. Now let's talk about FSD. Tesla is preparing to release FSD version 14.3, and Elon Musk called it the final piece. That's a very strong statement, but we've heard similar things before, right? So why does this time feel different? Because this update is not just about improving accuracy, it's about improving decision making. That's a completely different level. For the first time, Tesla is moving towards systems that can understand context, not just react to it. And if that works, this is where Robotaxi becomes real. And this is where the business model changes. A Tesla is no longer just a product you buy. It becomes an asset that can generate income. That's a massive shift, because now Tesla is not just selling cars, it's potentially building a global transportation network. But we also need to stay grounded, because even if the technology is ready, that doesn't mean it can be used everywhere. In some countries like South Korea, enabling FSD outside regulations can even be illegal. This highlights a critical point. Just because something is technically possible doesn't mean it's commercially usable. And for investors, this matters a lot, because the timeline for FSD monetization is no longer just about engineering, it's about regulation. So what does that mean? It means Tesla's biggest risk right now is not technology, it's policy. And this is where many people either overestimate or underestimate the timeline. Now let's look at the longer term picture. Optimus. Tesla's humanoid robot project has been delayed. And at first, that might sound like bad news, but I see it differently because the important thing is not the timing, it's the commitment. Tesla is continuing to invest heavily in this space, and if Optimus succeeds, the market opportunity is far beyond cars. We're talking about manufacturing, logistics, services, and potentially everyday labor. This is not a side project. This is Tesla expanding into entirely new industries. So if we step back and look at the full picture, here's what we see. The past. Model S and Model X defined Tesla and proved EVs could win. The present. Tesla is aggressively expanding demand through strategies like free charging. The future. FSD, Robotaxi, and Optimus are building new revenue streams. And the reality. Regulation will determine how fast this future arrives. And finally, let's talk about the stock. Tesla is currently trading around the high $300 range, and we're starting to see strength again. But here's my view. The market is no longer reacting to Tesla as a car company. It's starting to price Tesla as an AI and autonomy company. And that transition is still in the early stages. So if you're a long-term investor, this is the key takeaway. Tesla is not just building vehicles anymore. It's building an AI-driven ecosystem. And the real question going forward is not how many cars Tesla sells, it's how many systems Tesla controls. Because that is where the real value will come from. Let me know what you think. Are you bullish on FSD at this point? Or do you think regulation will slow everything down? I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you found this analysis helpful, make sure to subscribe. I cover Tesla every single day from an investor's perspective. Thanks for watching. And as always, let's enjoy the future with Tesla. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.